From Arkansas's streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 6:30.
Welcome to THV 11 Morning News at 6:30, and now we have the gangs all here, -1. Hayden will be back on Monday, but I'm Karen Fuller with meteorologist Tracy Bean, and Ashley came back.
Yeah,
decided to join us for one day.
Yeah, one day.
Come and hang out with you guys.
Easing into it.
Yeah, right. That's the best way after a big string of days off.
Yeah.
And these are weird because you have the Christmas holiday and then you have the New Year's Eve, but you have the in between. Do we work? Do we take PTO?
I mean,
Right.
there's people who work, but I'm not sure how much is getting done.
No, I know.
So-
Not a lot of
Especially
productivity.
with sports on, you know, now that New Year's is here. So.
I know. I asked my family, I was like, okay, I'm going to work on Friday. And then last night about 6:30, I said, what is tomorrow? And they said Friday. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm
You get a
working
weekend.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
The days are all, it's just, I don't know what day it is.
Totally. Monday, we'll all have to reset.
That's
and
right.
The world kind of resets. So
Yeah, but I
we'll
think
be in a
everyone,
fog.
Monday, everybody gives each other grace.
Yeah, very much
Because we're
so.
all dealing with it,
This
for
is
sure.
my slow launch into 2026. Come on Friday, kind of test the waters a little bit.
Sure.
Monday, I'll be back.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It
Just
is.
give each other grace on Monday, and then by Tuesday, Wednesday, then we can start our meetings and our this and that.
And get
right.
on to it.
So traffic and weather.
Yeah, traffic's not been bad, and then the weather today is starting out what feels like not a great day, but I promise it's going to be okay as for this second day of the year. Now, yesterday was beautiful. It didn't get much better than yesterday, right? It was gorgeous, and we are seeing a few clouds out there right now, and also a few little light rain showers. Most of this, as I've mentioned all morning, is not reaching the ground, so you may get a little sprinkle or may go through a little mist this morning, but roads may be just a little bit wet, but overall, again, not expecting a lot of rain, and boy, we could use some rain because we are currently in a very serious drought condition in portions of the state, which again, you don't think about in the winter. It's mainly kind of a summer thought, but seeing the drops, so we're happy for any drops that we do get this morning, but not too heavy. We are starting out at 52, so it's rather warm out there in comparison to what we've had. We've just been getting a little warmer and warmer, and we are going to continue to see again those clouds linger around a little bit. But as we're heading into the afternoon, again, it's going to get a little warmer, looking for a high of 60. Western Arkansas is going to dry out faster than the rest of us and warm up, but keeping things a little cool and wet as we're heading into northeastern Arkansas. And I almost walked away. Ashley, I remembered.
You remember? Yeah.
So I did a U-turn and came
all right.
back.
I know. I saw you. You were walking this way, and then I thought, oh, she just remembered.
Gotta
that
go back.
Yeah, that
So-
we've got our little boxes that we're in here. Well, things are looking pretty good as far as traffic goes. Right now, we're getting a shot of what's happening on Interstate 30, which is where we typically see our first buildup, a little bit of congestion in the morning. It's just 6:33 right now, and traffic is still light here. We're seeing a few cars, but no major slowdowns that are happening anywhere in central Arkansas, as you can see here on the live traffic map. We also don't have any accidents to talk about. Our drive times also look good into downtown Little Rock, no matter where you're coming from. And still, like we were saying, it is Friday. It's a holiday week. Traffic is typically light on Fridays anyway, so I think it's going to be a pretty easy commute no matter where you're coming from or going to this morning. We'll get another check coming up.
Happening today, Pine Bluff will swear in its new police chief. A formal ceremony for Sean Davis is set for later this morning. Davis is a Pine Bluff native with more than 2 decades of law enforcement experience, most recently serving as captain with the Pine Bluff Police Department. He steps into the role after former Chief Denise Richardson resigned last year following some city leadership changes. And the same ceremony will include Pine Bluff swearing in its interim fire chief, Randy Compton, into the permanent role. Compton brings more than 30 years of service to Pine Bluff, moving through the ranks from firefighter to engineer, training officer, fire marshal, and interim chief. A new state law is expanding access to weight loss surgery for Arkansans, and hospitals say it could drive a surge in demand. Act 628 requires insurance plans to cover bariatric surgery for qualifying patients. It's a change doctors say removes one of the biggest barriers to care. THV 11's Carter Thweet breaks down how the law works and who qualifies.
Eric Michael Paul is a bariatric surgeon at Baptist Health.
It's a surgery that helps people lose weight to help treat the conditions that are caused by their obesity.
Starting Thursday, the service he provides is required by law to be covered by every health insurance plan statewide.
This law, which will provide coverage for every insured Arkansan, everyone that has private insurance and every Arkansan that has Medicaid.
John Salem is a bariatric surgeon at Saline Memorial Hospital and was one of many Arkansas surgeons, including Paul, who pushed for this law. He notes that Act 628 also covers pre-op care, like psychological screening and dietary counseling, as well as post-op follow-ups and more.
This is the backbone of the program. It's not just come, we do surgery and just let the patient go and disappear. We are here to support the patient throughout this whole journey.
There are some limitations on who can get bariatric surgery covered under the new law. You must be at least 18 years old and have a body mass index of at least 40 or 35 if you have something like sleep apnea or diabetes. Both surgeons say the new law will be a game changer.
A lot of time we have patients who are willing to have surgery, who are committed to have surgery, but unfortunately some health insurance plans don't cover it for them. I'm very excited and encouraged by this law.
We're going to have psychological support, we're going to have exercise support, physical therapy, all these different things coming together. It's going to really provide a comprehensive care package for each of these patients.
For THV 11 News, I'm Carter Thweet.
What Act 628 does not cover are injectable weight loss drugs like Ozempic and others. It only covers weight loss surgery and the pre and post-op procedures associated with it. Other new laws now in effect include a new homestead tax deduction, along with Act 948, which bans state agencies from hiring, quote, unauthorized aliens. Act 708 tightens unemployment rules, requiring people receiving benefits to report at least 5 work search contacts each week. And Act 1008 removes the remaining portion of the state grocery sales tax, though local taxes still apply. We have a full breakdown of the changes for you on THV11.com and our THV11 app. We have also hit the deadline for the 911 dispatch centers across the state to consolidate or miss out on hundreds of thousands of dollars in fees. The Arkansas Public Safety Act, passed back in 2019, mandates that cities and counties get emergency call centers centralized. There are now 81 call centers meeting that mandate, but some holdouts remain. Hot Springs, for example, is going without $500,000 in 911 fees after it resisted merging with Garland County's center. The U.S. Postal Service has updated how mail is postmarked. The date stamp used for things like tax filings and mail-in ballots. So instead of being postmarked at your local post office, mail will now get marked after it arrives at a regional processing facility. So that means if your mail must be postmarked by a certain date, you'll have to send it earlier than before. For example, if tax documents have to be mailed and postmarked by April 15th, you'd need to mail them off no later than April 8th. That way it has time to move through the system and get marked at the correct destination. The USPS says doing the change will improve its processing network. But keep in mind, if you take your mail directly to the post office, you can request a same-day postmark for free, but that option is not available, of course, from a mailbox. Entergy Arkansas is getting ready to provide customers with on-site assistance. The Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program opens Monday. It's one of multiple things Entergy will help you apply for next week during its in-person customer care event. It'll also give you tools and resources for saving energy. Entergy will set up at the Arkansas State Fairgrounds Monday between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. If you plan to apply for LIHEAP, do bring your driver's license, Social Security card, proof of income, recent electric bill, and lease agreement. Other entities will be there as well to answer any questions you may have. Coming up on 6:40 this morning, community members in Little Rock are calling for peace in the new year. Leaders held the annual Say McIntosh Stop the Violence prayer vigil Thursday. Narotha McIntosh and the Pulaski County OK program put crosses in the ground representing lives lost in 2025 and released balloons in their honor. The group then prayed for peace and an end to the violence going into the new year.
We definitely depend on prayer and everybody coming together and loving on one another. If you are my neighbor and I'm concerned about you, then that festers into the next person and the next person in that community, and all together we can come up with some power to stop some of this violence if we work collectively together.
McIntosh also says in late November, someone vandalized the crosses. They also tore down their bulletin board. So she's looking for volunteers to fix the damage. You can go to our website for more information if you'd like to help. Now let's check in with meteorologist Tracy Bean and the plan for January 2nd.
Well, a lot of folks are maybe heading back to work, or you've got one more day of vacation. I know you're a little worried about this rain, maybe if you're wanting to get out and about, but good news, it's not going to stick around all day. We do have a few light showers out there right now, but they're very, very light, and we'll mainly just see cloud cover today. Looking for that high right around 60. Now we could see a little bit this afternoon, but I think most of that will stay off to the east and northeast. For your 3-day forecast today, that high will be around 60. Again, we'll have more cloud cover than showers, so we'll be good. But as we're heading into the weekend, we're going to see a nice mix of that sun and clouds, and although we're still looking at temperatures being a bit cooler, we're still about 5 degrees warmer than we should be for this time of year. So we're going to go ahead and rally up to those 60s as we're heading into early next week. Ashley?
Thank you, Tracy. You know, our Little Rock traffic is usually pretty light on a Friday, and especially with it being the week of a holiday week, I think that we're going to see just an easy drive. If you do have to get out this morning, it shouldn't be a difficult commute no matter where you're going. Right now we're seeing light traffic. This is Interstate 630. As you can see, a few cars on the road, and the sun is just starting to come up. We're getting close to the 7 o'clock hour. That will be the true test between 7 and 8 when we see what's really going on. But it just looks like traffic is lighter than normal already. And this is what it looks like around the metro area and across central Arkansas. And you can see all green. That means we don't have any issues on our roads, no major slowdowns, no accidents to tell you about. Drive times look perfect if you're coming in from Conway, Benton, or Cabot. There is an increase in just a couple of minutes here coming into downtown Little Rock from Cabot, but still just 20 minutes. It's not bad. So we'll check this again coming up in just a few minutes.
The White House is hitting pause on some new tariffs, how this affects you, and which prices could still change. It is 6:43 as we take a break, looking live over Little Rock. And as Ashley mentioned, the volume is picking up a little bit, but it's still a little early. THV 11 Morning News back after this.